This is the story of Reyna Dunlap, a daring and controversial social media personality known as the Nude Queen. She was a woman fueled by ambition, determined to carve out a place for herself in the world of reality television. But what was meant to be a journey towards stardom took a devastating turn. 3 months after traveling to Cleveland for an audition, Reyna was discovered lifeless in an abandoned house. Her personal items missing, her body dressed in baggy clothes that didn't match her usual style. Authorities were quick to suggest an overdose, but her family isn't convinced. Could Reyna have been held against her will? Was she the victim of something much darker? Her mother and sister are still searching for the truth, desperate for answers. What really happened to Reyna Dunlap? Stay tuned as we uncover the details, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more stories like this. Cleveland, Ohio, is a city with a deep history, famous for its sports teams, industrial roots, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But like many urban centers, it has areas marked by economic hardship, including abandoned buildings and struggling neighborhoods. It was here, on Cleveland's east side, that Reyna's story took a heartbreaking turn. Reyna Dunlap, widely recognized as the Nude Queen, was a 30-year-old woman from College Park, Maryland. She grew up in a close-knit family with her mother, Karen Jones, and her sister, Kira. Reyna thrived on attention, whether good or bad, and always found a way to keep the spotlight on her. Her mother described her as warm-hearted and endlessly generous, someone who loved to be surrounded by people. But she was also unafraid of controversy. If one door to fame closed, she found another to push open. Determined to break into the entertainment industry, Reyna set her sights on reality television. She was chasing a spot on Baddies Midwest, a show on the Zeus network, hoping it would be her big break. With over 80,000 followers on X and 17,000 on Instagram, she was already making a name for herself. But beyond the social media persona, Reyna was more than just an influencer. She was a daughter, a sister, and a woman with dreams too big to be confined to Maryland. She had a bold, unapologetic energy that captivated people. Her family remembers her as someone who never hesitated to speak her mind, but was fiercely loyal to those she cared about. When she traveled to Cleveland, it was supposed to be a stepping stone in her career. Instead, it became the beginning of a nightmare. Reyna was found dead inside an abandoned house at East 65th Street and Francis Avenue. Her body was discovered on January 21st, 2025, almost 3 months after she had arrived in Cleveland for her audition. When authorities found her, there were no immediate signs of trauma, but her family immediately noticed details that didn't add up. Reyna's hair and nails were freshly done, yet she was wearing oversized clothes that didn't reflect her usual style. Even more unsettling, her personal belongings, including her phone and ID, were gone. The police initially leaned toward an overdose as the cause of death, but Reyna's mother, Karen, shut down those claims. "My daughter never used hard drugs," she said firmly. "Ask anyone who knew her. I would bet my life that when the toxicology report comes back, it will prove she wasn't on anything." So far, the Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner's Office has not released an official cause of death. In response, Reyna's family is pushing for a private autopsy, if they can raise enough funds to make it happen. On the day Reyna's body was found, her mother and sister rushed to Cleveland, desperate for answers. Kira, devastated and searching for any clues, took to TikTok, pleading with the public for information. "Something terrible happened to her, and we need to know the truth," she said through tears.
I think it's by the grace of God that this has reached as many people as it has.
She also revealed that their family had lost contact with Reyna about a month before her death. The police have yet to identify any suspects, but the circumstances surrounding Reyna's final months raised disturbing questions. One major revelation came from medical documents her family uncovered, records showing that Reyna had visited a rape crisis center in Cleveland on November 29, 2024. This suggests she may have been assaulted. Even more chilling are the posts Reyna made online before she disappeared. She reportedly claimed she was a victim of sex trafficking and even uploaded an image showing what appeared to be bruises and injuries. However, these posts vanished or went unnoticed until after her death. Her family now fears she may have been held against her will in the days leading up to her death. "We have no ties to Cleveland," Karen said. "We didn't even know she had left Maryland." This has led to speculation that Reyna was lured to the city under false pretenses. Reyna's dream was to be on Baddies Midwest, and her sister confirmed that she was actively engaging with the show's cast and crew, hoping to secure a role. She had connections to people involved in production and had even met Natalie Nunn, one of the show's stars. Despite this, the Zeus network has remained silent about Reyna's death. Today, the case remains open, with no arrests and no clear answers. Her family has launched a GoFundMe to raise money for her funeral and a private investigator. So far, they have gathered $3,560 of their $20,000 goal. The Dunlap family is begging for anyone with information to come forward. While the Cleveland Police Department continues its investigation, the truth remains elusive. Reyna's tragic fate is something no one should ever have to endure. No person deserves to be found abandoned, alone, with their story left untold. If someone had stepped in sooner, whether through better communication, stronger safety measures for influencers traveling alone, or simply recognizing the warning signs, this might have been prevented. The fact that Reyna sought help at a crisis center and made alarming social media posts should have been a red flag. Her family will carry this pain for the rest of their lives. The grief of losing a daughter and a sister under such suspicious circumstances is unbearable. Not knowing what truly happened only makes it worse. Reyna's story is a grim reminder of the dangers that can come with chasing fame, how the pursuit of a dream can sometimes lead to unthinkable consequences. She deserves justice, she deserves answers, and her story deserves to be heard. What do you think really happened to Reyna Dunlap? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.